It's a very good afternoon to you if you're watching us at the comfort of your homes, at work, wherever you find yourself watching us on Youth Empowerment Television Show. Today, we have an exclusive one-on-one interview with His Excellency the President for the University Students Association of Ghana, and they have issued a statement. And before we go to the nitty-gritties of the statement, let me remind you that this show is proudly sponsored by Blue Crest University College. Blue Crest University College is the best university that we recommend here for you in Ghana or in Africa. They have the best virtual learning platform and e-learning platform, which I'm yet to have interview on from the Usag president. But from what we are seeing from Blue Crest, I think is a step in the right direction. Now, Blue Crest University College is the only university college you can find in Africa that has international partnership with IBM, with Microsoft, with Oracle. They have international partnership with University of Sunderland in England. They also are affiliated to University of Education. Now, Blue Crest University College, we say education for life. So don't forget that you tell a friend to tell a friend that Richie is live on Pan-African TV, so that we can try and connect all of us to be watching the show. I wanted to read briefly the statement that was published by Usag, and so that you all have to, or you get to understand the basis for our exclusive interview that we are having. Now, if you're watching us live on Facebook, all you need to do is to drop a comment under the video and we'll read it for you as the show goes on. If you're watching us outside Ghana, don't forget to add the country code to it. Ghana's country code is 00233. Then you continue with the numbers that you find. We would open the phone lines as the show goes on, so you can also comment or express your views as the show goes on. It's a very serious issue we are discussing today. This one says, this is the statement. It says that for immediate release, e-learning matters arising, and this was somewhere last 3 weeks or last 2 weeks, 8th April. The leadership of the University Students Association of Ghana, USAG, wishes to commend the government of Ghana for the measures that has been put in place since the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country. We also wish to express profound gratitude to government and university management across the country for attempts to prevent significant disruptions of the academic calendar in the wake of the novel coronavirus. We believe with our fervent prayer, coupled with the necessary preventive measures and the work of our competent health workers, we shall overcome. Leadership of the association wishes to confirm receipts of complaints from students with regards to the implementation of the e-learning policy in the various universities across the country. As the official representative body of the university students nationwide, we have officially begun engagement with the necessary stakeholders. We are well informed on the several deliberations and to implement new policies that would ensure academic work continues smoothly. Indeed, across the globe, e-learning has proven to be the most prudent option as the novel coronavirus continues to tour many countries and continents amidst lockdowns and declaration of state of emergency. We admit that e-learning is a pressing need for our constituents, and as it has already been established, we are not in ordinary times. End of quote. The disruptions caused by outbreak is not only limited to academic work, but also other damages which affect university students, such as student loan trust, that's the SLTF. While we commend the efforts channeled into e-learning initiative, we believe that for the expected impact of the model, government must do a little more. Thus, we have requested that, among other things, government must bring on board the following. So these, the ones I'm here to read, are the recommendations that USAC are given to government on your behalf as university students. 1. That the necessary stakeholders ensure popular academic website platforms be zero rated to allow easy and unlimited access to online resources. These popular academic websites include Google Classroom, Zoom, Gestor, and Google Scholar. We believe that charges that come along with assessing this site are very huge and would therefore be a hurdle to students who happen to be prime stakeholders in the implementation of this policy. Scrubbing of data charges on this site will therefore be a step in the right direction. So we are getting the first point clear. Second point says that we urge government to implement 50%. We urge government to to implement 50% cut on the current 9% communication service tax CST for this period of the outbreak. A reduction in the CST is likely to be the greatest token government can offer these service providers to fully obtain the needed support to implement an effective e-learning system, with the understanding that most students embark on research routines. Usage of data to access information from various online sites is eminent. A reduction in CST will therefore allow service providers to come up with reasonable and affordable data packages that will prove to be very beneficial to students as well as the entire citizenry, especially considering the fact that numerous people rely on such services during these times. 3. Regarding beneficiaries of the Student Loan Trust Fund SLTF, which is a scheme by government, we have suggested a deferment of interest charges on loans. This is due to the fact that debtors are to work to reimburse the fund are likely to be affected by the various restrictions in place to check the spread of the coronavirus. It will therefore make it difficult for them to access funds for such repayments. For this reason, we have demanded a 3-month. This is very, I don't want to use the word authoritative, but this is quite straight to point. We have demanded a 3-month freeze of interest charges on repayments beginning from the month of April. To conclude, we wish to reiterate our commitment to ensuring all university students get access to quality, uninterrupted education. Indeed, these are not normal times, but we believe with consistency, togetherness, we shall overcome these trying times. We encourage all university students to continue learning hard and follow all necessary preventive measures. Usag will continue to work for you. God bless our homeland, Ghana. And this was signed by Joshua K. Ope, who is the General Secretary and has copied all the National Executive Officers, National Executive Committee, and all media houses which Pan-African TV, we have custody of this. Now, Paul Abrokwa is the University Students Association of Ghana President. Your Excellency, you are welcome.
Thank you.
We've read the statement.
Yeah.
Some, before the beginning of the show, feel this is empty. It hasn't addressed anything. It is making a suggestion to government, and if he likes, he will take. If he likes, he doesn't.
Okay. Thank you very much. And yes, once again, my greetings to my constituents who are watching this time to hear my voice once again.
Yeah.
In fact, there is a press release that we have come up with. We are not in normal times, and so therefore there is no need to put pressure or give ultimatum to somebody when you are making a request.
Of course.
And because we know what we are asking for, someone sitting somewhere might think it is empty, but it contains a lot. It has given us the platform to actually know what is going on within our educational, domain. Okay. So it is not just empty, but it carries a lot. And it has also solved most of the problems that we have identified, which is likely to affect the e-learning. We have seen a lot of improvement and policies or ideas that government is bringing on board to alleviate the challenges or the fear that students were anticipating. So it's not just an empty pen and paper that we have distributed to people, but it also carried a lot of weight.
So I don't know how to put this, but point one, which what does that sort to achieve? People feel USAC has acted very late because there was a concerned tertiary student association or some concerned students who made strong demands from the government of Ghana. USAC is coming back and commending government and saying you've done well, but then do this for us. And
well, we were not in the position of pampering government, but we're asking what we think is right. The concerned student, they are also part of my constituents.
Yeah.
And what they have written rather came after our release. So if you look at what they have written, they made a request that government should engage NUCS and Usag in their dialogue. Already we have been in contact with National Council for Tertiary Education, Professor Salifu, and then Professor Kwesi Yanka. We have been doing all this dialogue, including Dr. Napo. We have been doing this dialogue. So when they made mention that they should engage us in this dialogue.
If you say you are doing this dialogue, writing letters or having meetings, do they even hear Usag?
Oh, yes. Yes.
When was the last time you represented students of universities in a recent meeting?
Well, because of the COVID-19, last week we had a meeting.
Last week you had a meeting?
Yes.
With who?
Professor Kwesi Yanka, Professor Salifu, and then the administrators.
Together or individually?
Together. NUCS was there, GAPS was there, GRASAG was there. We had a meeting with these stakeholders because they are the stakeholders of tertiary.
Okay.
So we had a meeting with them. And that was where the assessment issue also came in, how the assessment is going to be, how those who are in deprived areas. And I can tell you that it is only among all the blocks or the unions we have in Ghana, I can say this confident that it is only USAG, thanks to my able secretary, who is able to have the data or the statistics of areas in Ghana that does not have network. So we can provide that to government that, look, if you go to these particular areas, there is no network coverage. And so when we are looking at examination and quiz and all those things, students who reside in these areas, we should find a means of attending to them. We have that data.
Wow. USAC has a database of where Ghanaian students are located and don't have access to internet.
I'm talking about the geographical map of Ghana where we don't have data network.
USAC now, are you a branch of the Ministry of Communication?
No, we are not. But as students, we are supposed to do research.
So that research is in the interest of students, or you just did it to let government take internet to those areas?
You just mentioned that someone might think our letter it contains nothing, right?
Yeah.
That we are not saying anything. We're just trying to praise government.
Yes.
But before we come up, we should do a research. We should be able to come up with a reasonable document that will prove to them we are not just empty
But your
people.
statement does not even fight for students in areas or locations where they don't have internet access.
Yeah, so
your statement only seeks to tell your statement only tells government at one point that cut per 50% on the CST, and then let them take advantage of certain
the platforms they are going
certain
to use
platforms they are going to use. It has no voice for people or students in Jenejene, Monkontoyo that has no internet access, unless you prove to me on the face of this letter.
Okay. Now, after this letter, we had another one, which is an update of this one.
Where is it?
Okay, I'll open it for you.
Was that also public?
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that one, we had a joint one, which myself, that is USAG, NUCS, GRASAG, and GAPS.
Okay.
We all came together to sign that particular document after the meeting. But the issue here is that, you see, it is not always you have to put everything like load a paper. You know, you cannot explain all your ideas on paper.
People say your introduction alone is more than your demands. Have you read that letter I just read?
You see,
your introduction
yes, I read
a full page.
Yes, the major cause of the problem that is affecting our academic work is the COVID-19. And so we acknowledge that government is making an effort, right, in addressing that particular challenge. But we need to learn. That's what we want to say. We admit that we are solving the COVID-19 issue, but still academic work must still continue. So we have to do that. We will not just come and say, government, we want A, B, C, D. Who are you?
Okay, I'll be back. Now, if you are a university student and you are watching me, this is your president. In fact, he's very hardworking. I've known him before and after he assumed office. But of course, you know, Richie, when it's time for this show, there's no friendship. We have to be very, very straight to the point. I'm asking questions that you would ask when you are home. So I hope I'm doing your work for you very well. Now, if you want to ask questions to the USAC president, don't forget to send your question to 0548 503799. See, I know sometimes you feel the distance between student leadership and you, a university student somewhere at home. You are a major stakeholder. You are the reason why they are there. So if your e-learning platform, if the platform your school has introduced is not the best platform, some of the platforms the schools have introduced is virtually like an e-library, or it's just a platform that has only slides. I want to commend University of Ghana, because I've seen University of Ghana's virtual classrooms or their platform where lecturers are there. There's a video for every student on board. You have communication. You submit online assignments. Brilliant. I know other universities are doing the same. But the point is this: send messages to ask your president. He's here to address it for you. Very accessible man indeed. And so please get your questions coming through. We are going to open the phone lines in 5 minutes time. So as we are doing the show, you can also call and speak to His Excellency the President of the University Student Association of Ghana. So just send the messages on WhatsApp, on text message. If you are watching us on Facebook, just type what you want to say under the video. We'll read it for you as the show goes on. Interestingly, the second demand happens to be: we have urged government to implement 50% cuts on the current 9%. I thought you were asking for free data for students. That government should give a special chip to the universities where students can have free data. But this 50% of the service cut, Usag is now, after Usag making research on areas in Ghana where there's no internet, not areas where students live that there's no internet, but let's say the totality benefits students as well. So let's say good. But Usag is now into areas where we have network and we don't have network. Usag now is fighting for Ghanaians that we should get 50% of the CST 9% cut. That particular demand does not have students in question.
Well,
maybe I can read it for you.
Yes. If you read it carefully,
this is what it says.
Yeah,
it says that we have urged government to implement 50% cut on the current 9% communication service tax for this period of the outbreak. A reduction of, please don't call the WhatsApp numbers. We'll open the phone line so you call. It says that a reduction in the CST is likely to be the greatest token government can offer to these service providers to fully obtain the needed support to implement an effective e-learning system. With the understanding that most students embark on research routines. Okay, so then that comes to, please don't call the WhatsApp numbers. Now that is settled. But are you not asking for free data for your students?
You see, we mentioned earlier on that
because the 50% of 9% is insignificant
to you.
How much is that value?
No, the issue here is that we're looking
you
at.
have been doing research for you, sir.
Yes, but
what was the value?
No, but we're looking at the cost of data, right? When you are doing research and other things, the cost of data in totality. We are not talking about. We are not just looking at the 9% here. We are not just considering 9%.
Don't your students deserve free data to do studies? Don't your students in this pandemic, as government is giving free food during the lockdown, as currently there's a COVID-19 fund which is administered by a board of trustees headed by the former Chief Justice, as government is giving incentives to health workers and students find themselves in a lockdown government has announced. Don't you think you as president should demand government to authorize the university apps to be assessed? The system should be assessed without any data.
Well, yeah, I made mention again that it's a process. Leadership or engagement is a process. We started by making 3 requests, and then alongside or in our engagement, subsequent engagement, what we were asking has come to bear. And so they are working on it this week. We are even expecting them to come and tell us how much data they are going to give each student.
Okay, wow.
We are expecting that feedback from Honorable Professor Kwesi Yanka.
Okay.
He assured us that government is going to do that.
Government is going to give free data.
Yes.
So please, exclusive on Youth Empowerment TV. Now, USAC president is saying that government has agreed and they are yet to tell us how much data they'll be giving to each Ghanaian student.
Yes, that is what he assured us on that meeting.
Professor Yanka.
Yes, that he's going to work on it, and so we should realize that it's doable. They are going to help us with that one. I'm telling you. So, as I said earlier, it's a process. So we started from somewhere, and along the line, we realized that even with the 0 rating sites, there are other sites we do go for research and other things which cannot come or will not be under the 0 rated site. So there's a need for us to get additional data. You know, as I said, we can't put everything on paper. That is the main issue here. We can't put everything on paper, but we just look at the most important ones and put it on paper. Get the people who matters to us, and then we engage them. In fact, since the outbreak of this COVID-19, I have been in every blessed day I speak with Professor Salifu. the executive secretary for NCTE, every blessed day, there'll be a communication between us. Unless there is no call from a student that this is a problem. To the extent I sometimes feel like, oh, I'm worrying this man because this one, I think the management should have solved it. But every day I try to engage him because they are in charge. So let's see how best we can solve this problem.
How many of the universities, their platforms, how many universities do we have in Ghana now?
Well, we have about 50 universities.
It should be more because the government, private.
Yeah, that's why I use the word over 50 universities.
Are they over 100?
No, they will not be over 100. They will not be over 100. Yes, I'm even yet to get some of them, you know. So they will not be over 100 anyway. But we have over 50.
Okay. How many of those platforms your students are on, school per school, have you assessed? Because let's look at the quality of the platforms that has been introduced by various universities before we come and look at all of that. Have you, or let me understand, the platform the universities are using, was that given by government?
Well, the platforms were not given by government. You know, all the universities they are autonomous. They are on their own. So they are supposed to manage their own affairs. And that is why you were mentioning Legon. Yes.
Yes.
Because they decided to go high-tech long ago.
Yeah.
Before others. So they were not given by government.
Even University of Ghana had challenges. When they started, it was just last 2 weeks that has become effective.
When
they started, students will go on their website, the platform, they will tell them host is loading, the lecture is loading, and it will load lecture that is too will load, and nobody appears. Until now, they are doing very well, so we have to commend them.
Yes, and you know the problem here is that at the beginning of everything there is a problem. At the beginning of everything there's a problem. I was telling someone yesterday that look, if you are saying that they should stop the e-learning, until you sit in a car and drive on the road, you will never have an idea how to drive bypass articulator when it is coming towards you. But when you sit in the car, you are driving, you now have an idea. So we can sit in the house and say, look, we are expecting Ghana to implement e-learning in the near future. When is the future coming? This is the time we are having a problem. Academic work has to stop. But because we have an opportunity to implement e-learning, let us do it now. We all have to come on board and support. Government is also supporting. Let us also support.
How many of that platform per your research as Usag on behalf of the students? Do you think how many platforms, student platforms, have you witnessed? Have you seen? On all honesty and fairness.
Yeah, honestly speaking, we have a committee that goes to search on the challenges they are having.
Understood. How many students platforms have you seen the quality of the e-learning they are doing?
For now, I would say 4.
4. Which school and which school?
Legon, KUST, UW, and then that of Methodist.
Okay, so 3 public universities.
Yes.
1 private.
Yes.
Now these Methodist University, I don't even want to say it's private though, but you can see the quality that now the I don't want to use struggling, but the other private universities that should even be more of your concern than this 4 is important though. But have you looked at other private? I don't want to mention names, but for example, have you checked the quality of e-learning platform they have at Regent University? They have at King's University College. They have at Christian Service University College. Have you checked to see the quality of platform they have before we talk about service cut?
We were not able to check all this, but the issue here is that we have reps in all the universities who are the SRC president.
Yeah.
Just last week, I had a meeting with them.
Okay.
All the SRC president. We had a meeting on a platform.
Okay.
And so I asked them to bring their problems and what they are facing, what they think we should add to what is already in existence.
Yeah.
And most of them, the only thing they mention is about the duration for quiz and, you know, which I think it is solvable or doable. Government can easily do those things for them. And management can also do those things for them. So even though we're not able to get there, but I am always in contact with the various presidents. I always talk to them to know what their problems are.
Okay. So on Facebook, there are some messages that have come on Facebook, but Mrs. Doris Boateng, Mommy, you're watching all the way in Holland, Den Haag, and big good afternoon to you, and I hope you're doing well. You're keeping safe. The family is safe, and thank you so much for making time to to always make sure that you watch us. Keep safe for us in this lockdown period, whilst we also try to keep safe. My regards to everybody, and I love the reception you gave me, and I would forever be indebted and grateful for the good works that you're doing. So let me quickly go on Facebook and read some of the comments that are coming to the Usag president. I know I don't envy his shoes at all at this moment. This one says that very hard-working president, and this is from Ima Aqua. Okay, Edubohin Victor, he says that Regent University College has agreed with Vodafone for free data on Zoom. I think management of universities can agree with the telecommunications. Okay, Victor. All right. So that is Victor on Facebook. Let me quickly manage it because we have a lot to discuss. This one is on WhatsApp. He says that all university students should be given free data for e-learning. We pay school fees for a free semester, but the semester was not exhausted before the pandemic. How does authorities make full account of the money paid? We also want you to find out from the USAC president, for me, if people with disabilities such as, beautiful point, such as visually impaired have been considered before implementation of the e-learning, if he can elaborate on that. Cornelius, thank you so much. This is a very powerful message. Yeah. And he doesn't know my next set of questions coming. Anyway, this one says that good afternoon. USAC is really doing very well with this advocacy. Mr. Amufa, can you engage stakeholders? Sometimes I forget I can be called Mr. Amufa. Mr. Amufa, we cannot engage stakeholders without collective data. Otherwise, they will not take USAC serious. So, Honorable USAC President is right. Afum Ima, former USAC Secretary. Okay, that's brilliant. Honorable Ajete, University of Education, Winneba, I'm highly dissatisfied with USAC demanding for 50% cuts off. Some of us are living in areas where we cannot even make calls. One has to travel before accessing the internet, and you are there talking about 50%. You are there talking about 50% and free data SIM. These platforms are not even working. University of Education Winneba students were given data SIM, but even not working in some areas. You're even privileged you have data SIM. A hard-working president, but then he should know the precise number of universities in Ghana. You can't say over 50. Okay. Good afternoon. I really want to commend you for the great job. Now, this e-learning thing is not helping at all. Bad network system and all that. Even how to access it is just a problem. It's more or less like slide platforms you said earlier. It's always better to learn under good condition and understand what you are learning than trying to create something which is not helping. Thank you. My name is Godsway. Godsway, beautiful message. This one says that, hi, I'm interested in your program. Keep it up. I don't see the importance of the platform, so let him place more emphasis on it. Patrick Opon Jr. Kingsley, watching you live from Brofuye Dubebu. Greetings to my brother, and he's also a friend. Johan Aqua Besmark and Fofana Joseph. This one says that I have to buy MTN TurboNet for 499 Ghana cedi with my pocket money. Aside the school fees I've paid and bundle too. The minimum start from 25 Ghana cedi for 5 gigabytes. Wow. Charlie, I'll be reading your messages for you as the time goes. So I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back from the break, my question is very simple. It looks like USAC is deviating from the real demands of students. It's just when the president would address it, because it looks like students are not even applauding. They are not happy about this 50%, 9% service card. Students don't even care about this. All they want is that if you are requesting us to pay our school fees without fail, which lecturers would have come to class to teach us, to lecture us, and we don't have free data because we must be giving free. I'll be back after the break.
Your career is a ladder that leads you all the way to the top. Practically, all your dreams and aspirations of getting into management or even becoming a successful entrepreneur are hinged on your career success. Today, universities and colleges are churning out yearly more and more graduates just like you. all of whom are going to compete in the same industries for the same jobs. This means more graduates stepping over each other for fewer jobs. The good news? The right education can make you more employable in a job market that is increasingly competitive. You can stand out amongst your peers with a Blue Crest education. An education that understands the needs and challenges of the job market and prepares you ahead through progressive and inclusive learning. Our students are given the creative freedom that encourages personal development and are offered on-field opportunities for professional growth. Acquiring a Blue Crest education means being guided to identify and pursue your interest in fashion, ICT, business and journalism, and using the skills acquired in the course of learning to prepare yourself for life. Don't be indifferent to your education. Your career depends on it. Enroll at Blue Crest College today. Visit www.bluecrest.edu.gh. Business, fashion, ICT, journalism. Achieve your dreams with Blue Crest and you'll be ready for the rest of your life. Business, fashion, ICT, journalism. Achieve your dreams with Blue Crest and you'll be ready for the rest of your life.
Welcome back. Such a very interesting show. So, big greetings to please don't call the studio numbers. I'm really pleading with you. Don't call the studio numbers. It is distracting the show. So please. Yeah, I've seen lots of your messages, but big greetings again to Mrs. Doris Watson, who is all the way in Holland, Den Haag, and big shout out to you, mommy. Okay, please, host, if the president says the e-learning is working successfully, I beg to differ. I'm a student of University of Education, and our platform for the e-learning has been very difficult to enroll on. Our concerns have raised to the school your concerns have been raised to the school authorities, but have hit to deaf ears. Please ask the president what he can do about this. This is Papa. Okay. This one says that, good day, Richie. Thank you very much for such a wonderful program. We thank His Excellency the President for the association for the good work they are doing for Ghanaian students. My problem is most students, including myself, are finding it difficult to get access to this e-learning thing. My name is Delphine. Okay. Delphine, if you don't take that, they'll tell you everything that starts fresh has difficulties. This one says, I agree with you saying Usag is deviating. Usag is deviating from the mission and vision of Usag. I'm not saying they are deviating from the mission and vision of Usag. I'm saying on the fight on the data and internet issues, please. Usag is really on course. It's just that data request that I'm saying, instead of the cutoff, we should demand for free data. Second question, it says that, when are we going to start registration of the National Service for this year? This one says that, hello Richmond. Regent University is the leading science and technology college in the country. You are doing advert for Regent University. Victor, I don't go mind you. It says that Regent University has reached an agreement with Vodafone to give students free internet access for e-learning via Zoom. Other institutions can do so without waiting for government to help. This is Victor Edubuahin, my brother. This one, University of Ghana is currently okay, so I think other universities can contact them for more. Okay. This one says that Doris from University of Education, I'm enjoying the show. Keep it up. Shout out Freeman and all the people. This is my own law classmate. This is my own friend in law school. He says that Richie, people are traveling here and they're visiting friends and family just to have access to this e-learning programs. Are they not helping in spreading and contracting the virus? There is no peace of mind amidst the pandemic, hence making students suffer more with this e-learning. A disturbed mind cannot concentrate. You are right, my brother. This one says that it says that by this time, why would MTN TableNet be going for 499? Rather, it should be reduced. My name is Nam1 Volta. Hey, you are Nam1. Okay. This one says that please kindly ask the USAC president if they can call for a proposal online and so that they can have a face-to-face with the lecturer. I think University of Ghana has a face-to-face with the lecturer. This one says that, hi Richie, you are really pushing the question. Please, Honorable Paul, bear in mind that conditions necessary for this novel program for students in Ghana, that is the first of its kind, is never adequate. The discussion has only be on data, leaving another key factor, that is majority of Ghanaian students do not have laptops, which is more better for the e-learning than mobile phone. How about that? This is John Bosco Deladem in University of Education, Winneba. Hello, my name is Mahama Zakari Jebuni from Swala in the Savannah region. Please, I think that e-learning is a good initiative, but the only challenge is purchasing of data. That's the point. The only university in Ghana, University of Ghana, thank you. Hey, sir. Some 3 more messages then we can. Good job, Mr. Host. I love listening and watching you. My name is Amma. Hey, I love watching you. Okay. I love listening and watching you and Amma. I'm sure Sister Amma, right? Because you know how to ask the right questions to get the right answers. God bless Pan African TV. You are the best. This one says that, good afternoon, I'm Safo Kantanka, a final year student of University of Education, Winneba, Kumasi campus. Please ask USAC president on how a course like taxation can be done online. In fact, he says that the discombobulated with the... Richie, we appreciate your good work so far. My advice to all university students is to try and adhere to the virtual or e-learning, although there are currently challenges, but very soon remedied. To the USAC president, I wish him the best. This is from Domain. Okay. This one says that, good afternoon, sir. The e-learning isn't working. Students find problem with joining the online classes. Plenty. Good afternoon. USAC president should be made Nook's president. Ish. Are you calling for a coup d'etat or what are you trying to call for? Senior, you heard all what Ghanaians are talking about. But they want free data.
Yes. But you know, I was observing something.
Okay.
I told you we like going to research.
Okay.
When you hear the complaints that are coming, majority of them are coming from certain areas. I have not heard the only Legon student who complained was only advertising their institution. No,
let me correct this. Legon is advertising only for this week. I have received several, and I did it on the show.
Oh, so
several complaints on the e-learning.
Yeah.
And even now they have issues.
Yeah, but
some of the issues they have.
That should tell you that.
Some of the issues they have is that data is very expensive. So USAC should grant, because now the platform is beautiful for Legon, but students can't access. Those in rural areas who don't have internet cannot access. They are depriving this. I'm coming.
Okay.
2, those who can also access this internet in these areas do not have money to roll on this on data for these platforms. Some students do not even have laptops. Can USAC demand on government to use the COVID-19 fund, the pandemic fund, which has caused students to be in the house, that government should give laptops for free, like what previously it was being done by IRG, whatever. Can USAC demand same? It can be done, it's possible. Free laptops for the universities can give free laptops and make it as a subsidy, whatever they can do from Get Fund. Aside that, can USAC also demand free data? Can USAC also demand that government introduces, like they did for the Ghana Post, if you don't have internet, what did the Ghana Post people seek to introduce? Pick any young phone or Android phone, hashtag something, they can generate hashtags for, I say hashtag, is it a USSD code that would you don't need internet, just YAM phone. You can test and a slide would appear or something would appear. So many things we can do, demanding proactively for that. Oh, you don't agree?
Well, I agree with you, but the fact, as I mentioned earlier, you know, leadership is a different thing altogether, and it's a process.
Okay.
So you see that when we wrote the first petition, we asked that they should give us 0 rated sites.
Yeah.
50% cut on CST. And so the minister came and said, even the data one you're talking about is doable. So the update, we made mention that the minister assured us that this week he will come and confirm to us on that one. So the data is also coming. You know, for us, Usag, we will not sit down watching our colleague student to, you know, suffer in this kind of situation. There are a lot of things we are taking into consideration. Yes, they pay their fees and they are now in their house or their various homes. SRC is also there. What are they using their dues on campus for? Now that they are at home.
So SRC should, are you saying that SRC should?
Oh yeah, that's also proactive.
Are you saying, USAC president, you are saying that SRCs should use their SRC dues?
No, I am not saying
their
that
SRC dues to buy data for the students.
No, I'm not saying they should use their SRC dues to buy data for the student. But what I'm trying to say is that every money that is meant for students should be channeled to the welfare and then the educational purpose of that student. It doesn't matter.
So are you saying that Nooks was sharing food across? Nooks should have bought data for students instead of the sharing of food?
What if you ask for my opinion on that one? Because government was already sharing food. And so we could have negotiated with government that, look, focus on students in this angle and let's form a committee on that one. That is, well, but that is their, you know, policy or their agenda.
No, but what you are saying, even if local SRCs are supposed to channel dues or funding within the SRC for data to help the learning platform, then Nooks had a misplaced priority by sharing food instead of giving free data. Is that your case?
You know, SRC is for SRC.
SRC paid dues to Nooks. It's the same monies.
No, wait. SRC work with USAG. That's why we have SRC president, local Nooks president. So the Nooks president.
But SRC presidents are also part of when Nooks sets as a general.
But when it comes to decision making,
yes,
issues concerning students, USAG work with SRC president.
Nobody in the universities pay special Nooks dues. We pay it as SRC dues, and the division or whatever dues is given to the to.
Yes,
Nooks.
but when we come to the functions of the two individuals, personalities there.
So Nooks shouldn't buy data for us. They should keep sharing food.
Well, that is their policy. That is what they want to do. But I wouldn't speak for Nooks. I am just one block under Nooks.
King's University College SRC president Christabel Queensley Debbie was sharing food for not only food, sanitizers, other things for students, international students who couldn't go home because of the shutdown, and she was taking care of them as an SRC president. She could have let them staff and give them data. Is that what you're saying? No. You made mention she was taking care of international students who couldn't leave the country and some of the Ghanaian students. Yes.
Very good. So she is not acting as local Nooks president or Nooks president. She's acting as what? SRC president, who the whole school belongs to. So
local Nooks presidents across the various institutions virtually are useless.
Well, I am not saying that. Is
that your case?
No, I'm not saying that.
So if they are not useless, you are making me know that there are certain functions and roles they must play. So now they have useless.
Yes, they have a role to play.
Useless is not an insult. Useless. It means if those people are there and they have not acted in this COVID-19 duration, then they ought to not occupy such offices.
You know, we have NEC.
Yes.
NEC is made up of all the SRC presidents in the country. No local Nooks president is part of it.
Yes.
We deal with only SRC president. And so when there's a problem, we deal with these particular people. Yeah. And these are the people I'm receiving complaint from. Debbie, you are talking about, I just spoke to her 3 days ago on these e-learning issues.
Yes.
And in fact, she also gave us thumb up for what we have done so far. You know, talking about...
But did you ask Debbie her experience with e-learning platform introduced in her school?
Because I asked all of them when we were talking.
And Debbie said the platform was okay. Is that what you're saying?
Well, she didn't complain. So silence means consent. She didn't complain to me.
Maybe Debbie is gathering more information.
Then I'm waiting for when the information I will come back to Pan-African TV to come and explain the challenges
I see Isaac J. Hyde is on phone. If my producer can quickly see if maybe within the last minute we can speak to J. Hyde, the president for National Union of Ghana Students. the way Jay is calling me there, Charlie. Just 1 minute, if we can quickly address this before we leave. So, Kwesi, please let's try and speak to J. Hyde because I can't pick the WhatsApp phone on show. Mr. President, lot of messages. Oh, people,
yeah,
people are not happy.
so my yes, because I
Yeah.
couldn't. So my issue here is that in our negotiation, eventually those who are saying they are in the deprived areas and all those things, National Council for Teacher Education, together with the Minister of State in charge of teacher education, Professor Kwesi Yanka, they made a proposal. They brought an idea that those who are in deprived areas without network, with a genuine concern, they will create a platform for them. 3 weeks examination time, whatever they are supposed to give them to make sure that they also partake in every
They are burdening them 3 weeks to learn everything within the lockdown semester or lockdown period.
The issue here is that we know we are not in normal times. That's the one difficulty to understand.
So why are government doing students in deprived communities like that?
So are you saying
government,
that?
This government, previous government would find ways and means to take ballot boxes to students in deprived communities to vote.
But this is
can't help them.
They can't take a network to them at this point.
But they can find ballot box to them.
No, these are two different things
so
altogether.
Jay is on phone. Hello, Jay. Good afternoon. Hello, Jay. I don't know if we can work in the speakers in the studio for me because I cannot hear. Jay, hello, good afternoon, sir. Okay, so whilst they are working on the speaker, so that I can quickly speak to Jay before we lift to the okay. Hello, Jay. Okay, so if you can reconnect Jay again for us, you were wrapping up.
So in our negotiation, there came the 50%. Between 50 to 70% of quizzes and classwork as well. A score. Initially it was 40-60, classwork 40, exam 60. Now it is 70-30. That is what we have gotten to with the stakeholders.
Thank you. I like that information. So you said right now assessment has become what? 70-30. So 70 for what?
70 for classwork and quizzes.
Oh wow.
And then 30% for exam.
So now it has changed now.
Yes.
So now okay, I'll come to you. Hello, Your Excellency the President. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're live on Pan African TV. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you very much, brother. Good to hear from you.
But why is Nooks not advocating for free data? And Nooks, you are sharing food. When president is sharing food, when almost everybody is sharing food, celebrities, Nooks, why?
Thank you very much. I think that the issues are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, eating is as good as staying in the classroom. And at this stage, you ask yourself, what would be the state of a student who's got nothing to eat but is forced to go to the classroom? And so we as the National of Ghana students, realistically, we did not also just get out there to say that we are going to sell food. We started by sharing data. And I tell you that a lot of students, especially from University of Education, can affect the beneficiaries of this district. Beyond giving students the data, it's also the need to recognize the fact that these are not normal. Students in Ghana are not getting anything to eat. And the situation is even more dire for international students.
Okay.
Because they are here and their parents in Nigeria and families are equally restricted in movement.
Yeah.
They are not getting it from anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not for nothing as well. I'm a Ghanaian. I look up and say that instead of before you reach my brother and say, bro, Charlie, something small for the boys. I'm going to say that gentleman from Ghana, where that person going to get this from?
Yeah.
This is formed the Nooks Food Bank initiative. And I tell you that the Nooks Bank has survived at the back of people's goodwill. People having contributed their little one it collectively for us to do this beautiful initiative, for which reason it's been recognized throughout Africa and beyond. And so it's unfortunate for it to be looked at that perspective. But I mean, I think I had somebody prompted me to the encounter today. I think the president is doing well so far, except that I wanted to provide clarity issues raised. So, for instance, the issue of our ex-council local, I don't that they stop a discrepancy because with the new constitution as I speak to you today, ex-council president, local president, are very important.
Jay,
there's no.
Hello, Jay. Jay, if you can reposition yourself, the line is breaking a bit. If you can reposition yourself.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better.
Yeah, so as I was saying, even at the Usag level, from what I know, there's no particular discrepancy between the two groups. I mean, it's just the case that SRC presidents go to NEC and then they take decisions and they bring it to the General Senate. And so it will be a bit, given, you see, the stakes are high, you get it. Our local Nooks presidents are important to the process as much as possible. When it comes to issues of student loan and other things, these are the people who more or less are the first point of contact. That is not to say that they are better than the House President or the House President is better than them. It's just a matter of synergy. We understanding the various stages that the roles we play that collectively ensure the interests of students are very well represented. And so, first of all, is to say that yes, before we step out there to provide food for students, we ensure that as much as possible, we've gotten them food. As I speak to you, this will not be the appropriate platform for me to announce this, but on Friday, we are meeting the President of the Republic with some selected student unions for us to engage on the way forward, because we sent a petition to the ministry, and this particular petition was directed to the President that we have specific demands as students of Ghana, and our respective petition of the issues that we are seeking for was itemized, of which reason somebody who read that found it reasonable enough to call for the first meeting that USAG and other blocks were represented. Since then, we've been working as a collective body, because at the end of the day, we represent the common interest. Until Friday, we have gone a step further to meet the President, and for which reason, after that meeting, you shall hear good feedback on this data issue. I humbly agree that yes, students need data, but an empty stomach is as good as nothing for a student who sits in the classroom, and so we need both.
Okay, so we should be eating and also learning. That's better, right?
Of course. I mean, you cannot imagine what it takes for a student to not eat and go to a classroom.
Okay.
Okay. You'll be there and you'll be seeing stars.
I think you guys are doing very well. But Jay, there are certain issues, but maybe after you meet the President and you are done, because Jay, okay, you will talk, because the 45,000 Ghana cedi that was handed over to you could have done more than just free food, but data.
Senior, I beg. I had 45 Ghana cedis, not 45,000. I beg.
Oh, are you saying you were handed over an account of 45 Ghana cedi or 45,000 Ghana cedi?
Senior, this controversy. I beg, it was 45 cedis.
Okay, because there's an issue that is rolling up and coming, but let this COVID-19 issues pass and we'll get that addressed. Thank you so much, Jay. Jay, my learned friend and brother. Thank you so much, bro. Okay, and so my last question to you before you leave. So are students going to still, those in final year in the universities, is the academic calendar still static? Are they going to finish in June?
Yes, with what I've seen so far, it depends on the various institutions.
Yeah.
You know that
I think UDS is doing a trimester.
Yes.
UPSC has extended to
and we have
September.
brought all this into our discussions.
Very well.
And NCT, I even spoke with the Vice Chancellor's Ghana.
Okay.
So all these things have been, contained in whatever decision we are taking today or now.
Yeah.
So I was mentioning something. Examination has now become 70-30.
Yeah.
Now, those who are in deprived areas,
Yeah.
NCT together with Professor Yanka has given the management to locate those people and find a suitable means of attending to them, that they will not be overburdened.
Yeah.
Special students, special needs students should also be given special treatment regarding their so in a nutshell, there is some kind of flexibility in the system to make sure students go through the whole academic year to end it successfully.
Well. You're doing very
now,
well.
this issue that they are bringing on board, I want to say that it is a good omen for the whole nation, because finally we have double track also coming to the university this year.
Yeah.
All
Are they going to write the ones? Okay, you are not.
Well, for that I cannot answer. But what I'm trying to say is that the double track is also going to tertiary this year or next year. If this online is properly enrolled,
you are going to have double track.
Oh yes,
members.
Well, we'll have a lot of them. But the issue is, if we enroll this program successfully, it's going to create room for a lot of students to be admitted. Okay. Some can enroll on online basis. You can be at home and do Legon and KUSC, UW, my home, and others.
But people are here and doing masters online.
Very good. So that is what I think government wants to implement. So we are welcoming that.
This is your camera. The students of Ghana are looking at you. The university students, the whole of Ghana are watching you. What is your statement for them? Just in a wrap up. So this is your camera.
My only statement for my constituent this afternoon is that they should relax. We are there for you. I campaign on the message, Ghanaian students are my focus. You will forever remain my focus. I will lay everything I have in order to make sure that you are served in the right way. Today I've engaged management again, including the ministers in terms of education, and they have assured me that they will do everything possible to make sure that you have a sound mind and then a good performance during the end of the academic year. So rest assured, do all you can. Do what is within your strength and leave the rest to God and the Ministry of Education and your management. Should you encounter any problem, our lines are available to you. You know our lines, you know our contact. We are on the same platforms. My secretary and other executives are there. You know them. They are from your institutions. Write to them. Let us know what your problems are. We might not be privy to what we are going through, but when we are aware, I can assure you that we will never let you walk alone. We will join you and walk through the difficult times. We are for you. Remember, Usag is for Ghanaian students, and Ghanaian university students are for Usag. Thank you very much.
All right. So this is where time will permit us. But tomorrow we are going to do something, with permission from my producer. Now, if you are watching me and you are a student, the same WhatsApp number that you people saw, send me a message. Send us a message that you want to be on the show tomorrow. Tomorrow we want to do the show with students. Whether we're asking, has NUCS, has USAC, has GAPS. If you're a student, Ghanaian student, they are working for you. It's not about they always meeting the big men. We want to know if really you are impressed with what NUCS, USAC, all the various blogs are doing. So send us a message that you want to be on the show live on TV. We'll bring you on the show tomorrow. So send me a message right after this show, just a WhatsApp message, and we'll book you to be on the show tomorrow live. We are going to ask you indeed what your impressions are on the e-learning, on NUCS, on PUSAC, on USAC, and everybody. Let me read this final message because this is also a learned friend. He says that good work, Richie. USAC need to do more than talking. They should be proactive. They should be in collaboration with the schools and not talking about COVID-19 funds for laptop. This is not a period for students who have been helped. Okay. This one also says that, hi, Richie, let me congratulate His Excellency, the USAC president. This is a strong, able leadership exhibited by him. Okay, thank you so much. So tomorrow, same time, same place, send us a message, and tomorrow I'll continue reading the messages I couldn't read to you as well. My name is Richmond Abufasapo. If you say a prayer, and thank you so much to my followers on Twitter. We reached 10K yesterday. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.